Hey everybody, this is Chuck, and I want to share with you 7 reasons why I put off making my first YouTube video. If you're somebody like myself who is new in the game of YouTube content creation, you know what it's like. There's a lot of reasons to procrastinate and put it off, and I have been guilty of that so much. I've been dreaming about making a YouTube channel and being a content creator for years. My first video I decided to make would be the 7 reasons why I put off making my first YouTube video, and maybe you may see yourself in some of these reasons that I've had, and maybe I can give you a little confidence to get started like I'm doing today. Number 1, I'm not real thrilled with how I look on camera or how I sound on camera. There's a part of me that really has to clamp down on that inner critic that wants to say, oh, you don't look like you're the kind of person who should be on YouTube. You don't have the look. I've thought maybe I should lose some weight. Really, I am who I am. So even if I lost some weight, great. But is that really going to be the thing that stops me from making a YouTube channel? I've got something I want to say, a lot of things I want to say. And so the only way to do it is to get in front of the camera and do it. And so the first excuse that I've had, the first reason I've had for not starting is officially over with now as I am making my first video. The second reason why I put off making my first YouTube video is I wasn't ready enough. That's what I thought. That's what I told myself. I needed to be more prepared. I needed to learn more, watch more tips from the gurus about how to get started. And then I would also see these videos where they would say, just hit the button, hit record, just start. And I would say, no, I have to learn more. I have to be more ready. And I don't want to just ramble after all. I want to have something to say that's going to mean something to somebody out there. I finally decided I'm ready enough. Readiness doesn't come, and knowing enough is not something that's just going to strike me. I have to do it anyway. It's the whole thing about courage. Just act anyway. Do it anyway, and don't wait to feel ready. The third reason that I put off making my first video is I felt I lacked confidence, and I kind of dreamed about this day in the future where someday I would wake up and I would just feel confident enough and I would just go out there and do it. And confidence grows in public when you're doing something out there in the real world, not in private when you're thinking in your house by yourself and trying to imagine being confident. You actually have to do something in the real world. And so the only way I'm going to grow in my confidence for this channel is to get started and make that first video. And unfortunately, I know that when you make a YouTube channel, your first video is never the video that people are going to be watching, because YouTube doesn't even really show it to a lot of people when you just have one video. So this is more like my practice video. If you happen to go back into my videos and watch my videos at a later date, today is January 27th, 2026, hopefully you'll see some improvement. I think you will. The fourth reason why I put off making my first YouTube video for so long is because I didn't know what to make my first video about. There is a lot of psychological pressure on that first video. It's almost like this has to be my defining video that explains everything about why I'm on YouTube, and kind of is like almost like the welcome video that encapsulates everything and is the kind of like sets the tone for the whole rest of the channel. That's a lot of pressure to do that, especially if you haven't made any videos yet. I decided to make my video with a little bit of help from ChatGPT about why I've been putting things off. And so once I got clarity on that, I was off and running. The fifth reason why I put off making my first video so long was because I was still debating on whether or not I wanted to be a YouTube content creator for real. I know it takes a lot of time and effort and a lot of grind, especially in the first months, maybe the first year or two, and you don't really see a payout or a payoff right away. And a couple of years ago, I started a couple of Etsy shops with the thought that I'm going to just put in all the effort and time that's needed to make this a success and be able to live off of this income, at least partially full time. And I did not attain that goal, even though I did a lot of different things to try to make it a success, as far as the marketing, as far as getting more knowledgeable about trends, content creation, ideas, things like that. And so for a while, I felt like, wow, I just wasted almost a whole year doing Etsy. And where did it get me? Hardly anywhere. I really enjoyed the process of doing Etsy. That was fun, but I wasn't making anywhere near the kind of money I needed to make, that I wanted to make. And so I'm still a little gun shy from my Etsy experience. It's not quite as easy as the people on YouTube say it is. I thought to myself, do I really want to put in the time and effort for YouTube and all the hassle of actually getting used to being on camera if it's not really something that's going to end up going anywhere? I did decide I want to. Whether it's a big success eventually or not, I know a lot of it's just showing up consistently, getting better over time, and so that's my plan. The sixth reason is I was confusing getting started with a permanent commitment to do this for the rest of my life. And that can be a little bit intimidating if you think, well, if I get started and do my first video, then I've got to just do this forever. And there's a lot of weight in getting started in something that's so new that I've never done before. If I see that I really like doing it, I am committed to doing it for the long run, and I'm not going to be worried about the numbers. Getting started and having everything figured out for the next 10 years are two totally different things. And so getting started and just saying, this is an experiment, I'm going to see if this is going to work out for me, is a whole lot less pressure to be wonderful and perfect right out of the gate. And the final reason why I've been putting off making my first YouTube video for so long is because I've always seen myself as a behind-the-scenes person, not the out front person who's on camera, not the person that's visible, but the person who's making the thing happen behind the scenes. As a video producer for 30 years, I've always helped other people get their messages across, get their ideas, their thoughts, their whatever they wanted across on video. And I've enjoyed doing it. And I've coached thousands of people on how to be comfortable on camera, but it's required an identity shift. And the new identity is that I'm not only a behind the scenes person, because you still have to do behind the scenes work with YouTube, but I'm also an on-camera person, an upfront person, out in the public kind of a person. And that's really new to me. That's the scary part, actually. So out of all the 7 reasons, that's probably the biggest reason of all why I've been putting this off, because I'm just not used to being in front of the camera. I'm used to being on the other side of the camera. And so this is a little scary. So I've got to kind of quiet that inner critic that says, oh, you're not great and wonderful at this yet, and tell myself I can only get better if I do this. And so I want to. And so I've made my first video. I thank you for watching. I don't want this to be super long, so I'm going to keep it kind of short and sweet. Hopefully short and sweet enough for you for this video. And drop a comment in the comments if you are on the verge of getting started with your YouTube channel too. I really want to hear from you. For me, part of the whole YouTube content creation experience is not just saying things and putting them online. I want to build a community. I want to connect with other people who are creatives, who have something that they want to put out there in the world. And especially if you are in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, I really want to hear from you, because that's the community that I probably am going to relate with the most. Talk. Let's continue to talk. And I've got more videos coming. I've got plenty of ideas. I'm a big idea kind of a guy. That's been kind of the thing that's also held me back, is I just keep thinking I just need to come up with more ideas. And I've got enough ideas now to get started. So I hope this video has been helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next video.